Hello there. My name is Cheri Nusbaum, and I'm reaching out to you all today. I spoke with Dr. Lindholm a little while ago about something that was kind of weighing heavy on me. And I kind of wanted to be able to reach out to share with all of you. I have been a patient of not just Dr. Lindholm's, but at Natural Health Family Chiropractic now since I believe I was about 14 or 15 years old, since junior high. And I would say maybe that was kind of the beginning of kind of self-care, taking care of myself. My mom started taking me for regular chiropractic visits. So that's kind of where my journey began with Dr. Lindholm and the office, and I've been with them for a very long time. I find chiropractic care very important to my lifestyle. I go about every 2 weeks. I would love to go every week if I could. But it's just kind of an overall encompassing part of my health that I take seriously. So chiropractic care, and I think all of you kind of feel the same way. So other parts of our health that we like to think about is not only our physical health, as far as our movement, preventative care like chiropractic care, the things that we're eating and putting in our bodies at all times. Health is all encompassing. But I think one of the missing factors that I was speaking with Dr. Lindholm about is our personal care products. I don't think that we know enough about our largest organ of our body. And our largest organ in our body is actually our skin. So it's everything that we are putting and using that comes in contact with our skin every day. Once I started learning more about this, it's something that I've become very passionate about, wanting to just educate and help share with people. I think it's really important that we know what's going on our bodies besides just what's going in our bodies. Our bodies are a whole unit, and we need to think about all the factors with that. So about 4 years ago, next month will be my 4-year anniversary, I became part of a company called Beauty Counter. And my mission in joining that was with having my kiddos. I started making changes not only in the foods that I knew that we were bringing home to our family, whether that was with organics or sourcing and those kinds of things, but I also started thinking about once I had my kiddos, as I was registering, I was thinking about the body washes, the laundry detergents, those kinds of things that I knew that I was going to be using, not just on me or my husband, but my kiddos as well. And it was just kind of one of those mom things that I knew that it was kind of at a time where it was just kind of becoming known, I feel like, what was in our personal care products and those kinds of things. So it's something that I was always passionate about. So when I joined Beauty Counter, it was one of those where it just educated me further about the lack of regulation in our personal care products and how kind of scary that is, and how much we need to kind of take ownership, just as we would with our diet and our food and our lifestyle, kind of what we're putting on our bodies. So my journey started 4 years ago with a company, and this isn't a video about me selling products. It's about wanting to educate and advocate and to help you learn a little bit more about our personal care products. There has not been a law passed in our personal care products since 1938. That's been almost 80 plus years since a law has been passed. I mean, as we know, I think the government most of the time has their best interest in mind, but a lot of it, I feel like we have to kind of do some of that regulation on our own. But I also don't feel like it's fair that our products that are sitting on the shelves at our stores that we're shopping every day can cause major harmful effects to our bodies, to our kiddos, to us, that it's not helping us live our best healthy lives. Right now, there are only about 30 ingredients or potentially harmful ingredients that are banned in the United States. Over in Europe, they currently have about 1,400 ingredients that are banned from their products. So we are dangerously far behind. As far as our company, our main mission, it is not trying to sell our products. It's trying to get safer products in the hands of everyone. And when we say that, we mean education first, advocacy, and trying to get safer products overall, not just Beauty Counter products, but other products that are out on the market, getting those into the hands of everybody and helping teach our communities and our friends and our families about what is safer for us. Our CEO and founder, Greg Renfrew, she had the honor back in December to represent the entire beauty care industry in front of Congress to speak about our lack of regulation and how important it is as it affects our bodies. We know that cancer has been on the rise over the years. There's a lot more allergies, a lot more endocrine disruptors. We think about people with infertility issues, and linking a lot of that back to our personal care products and what we are using on our bodies. There are different ways that you can kind of make a difference and kind of think about what you are doing and using on your body. One of the main things that I kind of reached to first, and just kind of an eye-opening experience for me, you can either go to the website for the Environmental Working Group. I believe it's the ewg.org. You can download an app, which is called the Healthy Living app, and that is through the Environmental Working Group. You can look up your products and the ingredients, and it breaks them down in a rating system based on endocrine disruptors, carcinogen effects, and allergy concerns. So you can kind of see in a product kind of where that is rated. So you could either go on the website again, or you can use the app. I love the app just because a lot of the times you can just scan a product on the barcode and it will pop it up for you. So you can kind of see the rating on that. It's rated from a 0 or being basically Environmental Working Group approved all the way up to a 9, which that's usually a red, kind of alarming, kind of the last ditch effort. Those kinds of products, that's not what you want to be using on your skin. I try to stick to products in my family a 3 or lower. I know we're not all perfect. We all don't have the resources to be purchasing a bunch of different products and those kinds of things, especially right now, in this times of uncertainty. But it's important to be aware and start educating ourselves about the products that we are putting on our bodies. And so I ask you just to kind of maybe take some time, think about how many products you use in a day. I know for some of us, that could be 5 or less. It might just break down to, I think especially right now while we're all at home, we aren't doing as much, maybe personal care, those kinds of things. It might just be kind of a simple toothpaste, a face wash, your deodorants, your body lotions, those kinds of things. For some people, it's going to be 5 or less. And I know for some people, those numbers get up to, around the 20 range of what they're going to be using a day. Probably a little bit more, I would say, more females would be using those when you start breaking down shampoos, conditioners, body wash, your bar soap, if you're using a shave gel, if you're what kind of lotions you're using when you get in and out of the shower, thinking about your deodorants, your perfumes, if you're wearing makeup, breaking down each one of those individual products, your foundations, powders, lipsticks, mascaras. I mean, it's stuff that I think that we don't think about, that we are daily exposing our bodies to. And that's where the dangers can happen. If you use, a product that's not the greatest once, no, you're probably not going to see those effects. But you need thinking about those products that you're using on your body on a daily basis. Over time, it's the buildup. It's the buildup of the products and what you're exposing your body to, and trying to let your body work at its best ability, not trying to constantly break down toxins and stuff and exposures and those kinds of things. So using that app, another great app that I've used, if something's maybe not on the Environmental Working Group app, is called the Think Dirty app. You can scan products as well, and it'll bring up a rating. They are 2 different companies, so sometimes I feel like you'll get a little bit of discrepancy in the numbers, but it's about the same. If there's a product that you scan and it is not registered, you can register it. It does not take very long. And you'll get a notification of when that product rating comes out, so you can kind of see that. So that is a great tool, and kind of where I suggest people start. Download that app, hop on the website, and just start scanning some of your products, whether that be your laundry detergents, your hand soaps. Especially right now, our hand soaps that we're using, our hand lotions, everything, with our hand washing. And even products right now, that we're spraying to help clean and disinfect. Looking at those and seeing where we can make some better choices. You can look at those. If a rating scares you or maybe alarms you a little bit, you can search by product on those websites as well. that will give you some suggestions for products that are a little bit safer, not going to give you such great exposure, those kinds of things. It's just a great resource, so you're not doing all the guessing work. Because I know if you're like me, you look at one of those ingredient labels, on a shampoo or something like that, you don't know what to be looking for. A lot of the words, they're very scientific. We don't know how to break those down, what's good, what's bad, those kinds of things. It can be very difficult, and I feel like it's just an easy way for us to start becoming educated and more aware of what is going onto our bodies and affecting us, maybe health-wise. So I just wanted to go through, again, like I told Dr. Lindholm, I wanted to talk about some beauty counter products, but that is not my main mission today. I just wanted to share just kind of a quick video with you, just to show you some other things that I've been using. And so many of these are not beauty counter products. They're just products that I have changed over time, that I enjoy using. A lot of these can be found at big department stores now. We've seen a great shift in what all is available to us as far as accessibility. A lot of these I used to have to order individually or kind of search out and seek out through different resources. But a lot of these products I can find at Target. I can find them at Walmart or Meijer. You can find them at CVS or Walgreens, or, simple places where we are either online shopping right now or visiting really quick to stock up on things. These are all great products. Some of them are online only, those kinds of things, but right now I think we're doing a lot of, more internet shopping and things like that. So just a few products I wanted to go through. One of the first things that I kind of switched out was my laundry detergent. There's a couple great brands that I trust. Seventh Generation is one of those. That's one that I use with my hand soap. I use this product quite a bit. I trust it. Seventh Generation as a company is EWG certified with a lot of their products. So this is a great go-to if I'm shopping stores like Target and those kinds of things and want to grab a couple things. So this one is another great product. This one is that they're free and clear. I would say one of the main things, if you are looking at some of your personal care products, one of the big ingredients and one of the most unregulated things in our products is fragrance. So if you see anything that is labeled as fragrance, that is kind of like a number one no-go for me. Fragrance is so very unregulated. It's not sourced. Even if it might say that it has essential oils in it, you need to double check and see if it's essential oils and then fragrance. They could put a drop of an essential oil in it and consider it sourced with that. Again, there's a lot of limited regulation as far as what is in our products. And so we need to just kind of start making ourselves aware. So I try to stick with anything that is fragrance free or very minimal fragrance. Seven Generations, they have a citrus one as well. It's not heavily scented, those kinds of things. So that's what you want to be looking for. So Seventh Generation is a great product. I have a few other cleaning products that I use from there. Another great resource, I know there's probably a lot of people that are familiar with essential oils. That is another great, I feel like, a resource as far as cleaning products. If you have diffusers, if you want, your room to be more scented or just feeling better, essential oils I feel like are a next great go-to. Whether that be if you're using Young Living or doTERRA or whichever essential oil brand you prefer to use. I believe those are great resources as well. They have really great products. I have a Thieves cleaner that's what I use mostly to disinfect. I don't have heavy chemicals that I use to wipe down everything. My Thieves has worked great. And I love the scent, and sometimes I'll just drop a couple Thieves. If I have a soap like this that is unscented, put a couple drop of Thieves in there just for the added kind of little boost in smell, which I think is great. Another laundry detergent. This is a big one. So many, I feel like, laundry detergent companies, and it kind of makes me cringe when I see the commercials of the scents that last forever and those kinds of things. When you're washing your clothes and then putting those fragrances and scents and stuff, that is getting into your fabrics. Those fabrics, they sit on your skin all day long. Whether it's moving from your pajamas to your day clothes to whatever it might be, think about the exposure when you have heavily fragranced clothes. So there's nothing wrong with having some scent in your detergents if it's an essential oil base or something like that. But again, that fragrance, those chemicals that are in your detergents, you see people with skin issues, it's because the chemicals that are in, you know, some of the softeners, the dryer sheets, those kinds of things, they're sitting on your clothes and then sitting on your skin, which again extends the exposure. A company, I've used 7th generation detergent in the past, but a company that I have been using for quite a while, just mainly for sustainability purposes, kind of supporting local. It's called My Green Fills. They are based out of Traverse City, Michigan, which I think is great. It's kind of close to us. But what is wonderful is I have had this jug for, I would say, 2 to 3 years now. That when you kind of sign up with a company, they send you your detergent jug, your softener. You can order other things like an oxygen boost, an enzyme, which a lot of that is baking soda sourced, you know, just kind of getting down to natural ingredients. So when I want to refill these, they just send me nice little packets. My shipment comes, you know, every couple of months, just in a small box. I never get rid of this jug. It basically is refilled. I have a little bit of powder. You can get this unscented. I get the essential oil scent that I love. It just has a really nice clean scent, but it doesn't linger in my clothes. It's not a heavily scented detergent, but I basically just pour in the powder, add hot water, shake it up, and I have my detergent ready to go. Again, it's a personal choice for everybody. This is one I love because I love the sustainability. I'm not buying jugs every couple of weeks of laundry detergent. It gets shipped right to my door, and I'm sourcing and supporting a local company. So this has been a great one for me. Again, it's My Green Fills. And any of these companies and products, if you have questions, I'm sure you can reach out after this video to either Dr. Lindholm. He can pass it on to me, or you can personally reach out to me if you're curious of any of, you know, like the websites or any more information on these products. So this is what I've been using for laundry detergent for quite a few years. A few other products to think about, especially with my kiddos. I didn't bring that in with me, but our toothpaste, obviously we're using our toothpaste every single day. My kiddos, they use Tom's. This is one I've been using for a while. There's a few others that I have used. I kind of dabble around and try those. There's the Hello brand you can find at Target. You can find Tom's at Target, Walmart, Meijer, all of those places. David's is another one. There's just a whole variety. Again, it's becoming a lot more common now to be able to make safer choices with these products. My kiddos they will only use the Tom's. And then another big one that I always look for is making sure that with my teeth and stuff and my toothpaste that I'm looking for fluoride free. There's no like colorants in these. There's no plastic beads, nothing like that. It's just a product that I trust. Again, if you're unsure about your toothpaste and what could possibly be in those, scan those products, look them up, and just kind of help navigate what is a safer choice for you and your family. And very cost effective too with these. Another thing that I think about using every day, whether you're, you know, male or female, is most of us wear deodorant on a daily basis. And again, obviously certain stores, they have these products more readily available now, which I think is great. A couple that I use, this is just a little jar, but I know they have bigger ones, but Native is a great brand. I have used Native before. I have used Schmidt's. Trust me, this is probably one of the big things that I switched out a long time ago, is that you want to be looking for deodorants, not antiperspirants. We're meant to all perspire, but anything with aluminum that can have harmful effects. You think about where you are applying a deodorant, it's going to be right in your armpits, which is right next to major lymph nodes and glands, exposing you to all sorts of chemicals. And that's kind of one of the last places that you want to be applying something on a daily basis, if not multiple times a day. So sometimes it takes a little product research. If they have little trial sizes, I suggest maybe going this route if you're unsure of something, because it's great because you just have a little less investment until you find something that works really great for you. So Native's a great one. Schmidt's is another one I've used a lot. There's many others. I know you can find some at farmers markets and those kinds of things too, which are great. The one that has worked probably best for me, which you can now find this at Target, which is fantastic. This used to only be online, is called Type A. What I love about it, this one has not been opened, but it just kind of comes out. The application is really easy. I've had other natural deodorants in the past where I feel like I kind of have to rub them in, and I feel like this application has been really easy with this brand. So Type A is another great brand. I've just seen this at Target recently, which makes me excited as well. Another product that I was thinking about when I was talking about fragrance is our perfumes. If you're going to wear perfume, I would say, and that's one thing, I know some people are kind of diehards about having those scents. Don't put it directly on your skin. If you want to stick by your fragrance, that's not something you're willing to give up. Make sure you're putting it on your clothes, not on your skin. At least you're creating a little bit of that barrier. If it's, on the outer part of your shirt, someone might want to spray their hair, those kinds of things, that's fine. But also, again, the fragrance in those, that can be causing a lot of hormone disruption within your body, especially if you're wearing those on a daily basis. So a few different products that I have tried that I love, that I think are great, and a lot of these come in little sample bottles. If you're like me, you see something online, you're like, well, I don't know if I want to order that because I don't want to spend, money on a full-size bottle. These all come in little trial scents. So one company I love, it's called Fleur. This is the big size bottle. Before I even purchased my first bottle of this, I was able to go through and pick out little sample sets, and I could try them out. I'm pretty sensitive to smells, especially the more that I have eliminated, that I'm kind of pretty picky, especially if it's going to be something that I'm wearing on a daily basis. I don't feel like these scents kind of hover and stick on you, but just a great safer choice. So Fleur is a great one. This is the big bottle. This will last me, this comes in a 50 milliliter bottle, so probably about the same size as any fragrance or cologne. This lasts me a year, if not longer. I have multiple scents that I kind of, make my way through. They have a varying variety of scents, whether it be for men or for women. So you can get more of a manly scent, those kinds of things. Just a great company. They have body lotions, candles, those kinds of things. So when we're thinking about our fragrance, we need to think about where they are being sourced. So Fleur is a great one. Henry Rose is another great one. That is the first fragrance company that is actually certified by the Environmental Working Group. I haven't invested in a big bottle yet, but I have gotten little ones and I love those scents. I'm not a big perfume wearer anyways, just something I like to do on special occasions. So Henry Rose is another great one. And then again, if you just like doing essential oils, I have in a bottle, I have just some original witch hazel, which is completely unscented, and sometimes I will just add a few drops of maybe like lavender and peppermint, and just use that if I just want to feel like a little bit more freshened up for the day. So there's different ways that you can kind of navigate the fragrance and smells and those kinds of things when you're thinking about it. When you're making some of your switches, kind of along the fragrance, I think I was we're thinking about more like extras, those kinds of things. So this isn't for the men, but also thinking about what we're putting on our nails. If you're like me, I'm not a big nail person, but I know there's a lot of people that visit their salons, every week, every other week, those kinds of things. Not right now, obviously, but thinking about the exposures, if you're getting a pedicure, your feet are going into those baths with whatever soaps and lotions and scrubs they're using, and then putting on the nail polish. That nail polish sits on your nails for weeks at a time. It's not going anywhere. The same thing, if you're getting a manicure, thinking about the LED lights and the lotions and the things that they're going to use. So especially right now as we're home, probably all giving ourselves our own pedicures or manicures, those kinds of things, thinking about the nail polishes and things that we're putting on our hands on a daily basis. These are two brands that I love. Coat was the first one that I kind of switched over. They have a variety of colors. I love their nail polish remover. They're just a great company, safer, long lasting. So Coat is one that I use quite a bit. And then another one that I've just discovered, this one's called Dazzle Dry. It comes in an entire nail system. You can get online and do your research on that. But again, a lot safer, less toxic, and a lot kind of longer lasting. I think that's what I like about this. This is great if you just kind of want a quick, I think about our families that have little kiddos and stuff, and you want to paint your little, your daughter's nails and those kinds of things. Think about what you're putting on your kiddos. I think we've heard in the news and stuff, the controversy with our makeup and stuff and these kiddos' makeup kits and stuff. We want to let them play. Obviously, we can't afford to be giving them, expensive makeup to be playing with, so we want to give them the cheaper stuff. But that's not always the safest choice. You don't know what kind of fragrances, chemicals, There's been all sorts of chemicals, asbestos found in some of them, the sourcing of the ingredients, and kids having major, major reactions from this. That I think it's okay for them to play, but we need to think about what we're giving them and some of the choices that we're making. And so nail polish is one of those. So if you're painting your little kiddos, little toes and nails and stuff, let's think about what we're putting on their nails and those kinds of things. So nail polish is another one that you might want to think about switching over time. And again, I think one of our biggest focuses we need to have, because I know this can be overwhelming. Here I am talking about all these products that we use on a daily basis, and it overwhelmed me in the beginning too. Where do I begin? This is, I think about everything that I'm putting on my body on a daily basis. Most people can't afford to just throw all of that away and then, start from scratch. If you can, great, but I don't think most people can do that. Is kind of start small. Start where you think about the things that you use the most on a daily basis. Think about the things that are staying on your skin the longest. And for me, a big one was body lotion. This is one of our products. This is my Countermatch body lotion, one of my favorites. But there's lots of other great options out there as well. Again, there's so many different choices. There's Everyday Organics is a brand that I buy for my kiddos. I get it comes in a nice big pumped body wash. I've got 2 boys. When they're in the shower, that is playtime for them. That I'm not going to invest a lot of money into a kid's wash. Then I know that some of it's going to be used to be washing cars and things like that in the shower. So I can invest in a nice big bottle, around $9, and that's going to last me a good 2 or 3 months with my kiddos versus, a smaller bottle like this. If I were still bathing them, if they were little, then I would think differently. Maybe I would invest in my beauty counter one, and just if I were the one using the soaps and washing them, just because I would have some control over how long it was lasting. So thinking about how a product is being used, how long it's sitting on your skin, body lotion being one of them. When I'm out of the shower, I pretty much lotion from, foot to head. So it's something that I'm using on a daily basis, every day, all over my body. Think about it almost like a blanket that is sitting on my skin, that I want to make sure that I'm using a safe product. And that's good for me and for my family and those kinds of things. So body lotion is a great, great place to start when you're thinking about those products. So again, it can be overwhelming. I understand that. And I'm not here to overwhelm you. I'm just here to hopefully help educate, inform, and just to make people a little bit more aware about the products that are on their bodies that you're using on a daily basis. If you need some information about some resources, maybe some ideas, if you're looking for something specific, if it's a makeup product, Beauty Counter carries a full line of makeup products, those kinds of things. But there's also some other makeup products from other companies that I recommend and love as well. The Honest Company is a great one, Well People. And a lot of these, again, are becoming more mainstream that you can find at other places, drugstores, those kinds of things. And it's just, as consumers, our money is our votes, our dollars, what we're using, what we're saying, yes, we want more of this. So when we're buying those safer products, that is a way for us to be telling, the economy that yes, we want these products. We don't want the ones that are harmful to us and our families. So if you have any questions, I am here to answer those, especially right now. If you want to reach out, Dr. Lindholm, I'm sure would be more than happy to pass on my information. I can chat with you over the phone, over email. Right now, Zoom calls are a big thing. If there's a lot of this information you would want to share with a couple people, let me know. I'm happy to do like a group Zoom call. We can talk about specific products, those kinds of things. Maybe that's, a group of people would be interested, those kinds of things. If it's just some general information, some knowledge, you're just wanting to share, but maybe you don't feel like you have the knowledge base, reach out to me. That's what hopefully I'm here to help do. It's not to sell you products, those kinds of things. If there is some Beauty Counter products that you maybe have heard of or interested in, of course I can help you. I have samples. I have tons of samples to get out to people right now. They're all individually wrapped, those kinds of things. So it's a very safe way for me to let people try some stuff, those kinds of things. But again, just thinking about making some small changes. If you have a few moments as well as a company, we have asked, as we try to get our voice heard more in Congress and getting these laws changed so we all have the ability to go to a store and not have to read a label or scan it, that we can trust anything and everything that hopefully is on the shelves for us and our families, is to text Better Beauty to 52886. And that would go directly to your congressperson. It takes really about 30 seconds to do. And it's just a way for your voice to be heard and to let them know that this means a lot to you, or that it's a concern. It doesn't have to, be a driving force with you, but just a concern. So if you can text Better Beauty to 52886, we greatly appreciate it, and kind of helping this mission of education and advocacy, of getting safer laws passed for all of us. Again, this is something that's near and dear to me, and I hope is important to you all. Is this isn't just a women's issue, it's a human health issue. As our personal care products, it's something we are all using. Men, women, children, teens. We're all being exposed to this, and I think right now our health is our biggest priority, and whether that's what we're putting in our bodies, how we're treating our bodies, but also what we're putting on our bodies. So I appreciate you taking time today to listen to me, and if there's anything that I can do, if you have any questions, please reach out and let me know. Thank you.